Dirt builds character. Dirt gives you the push-through factor. Dirt makes you come with it when you don't feel like coming with it no more.
How many of you decided not to do something because it was hard? Raise your hands, please.
Like, there's no excuse whatsoever for not getting at what it is that you should be doing.
We are just so interested in blaming everybody else and excuses because we don't want to take on responsibility.
So whenever something hurts you, there are two options. You can either become wounded or you can become wise. This is the choice.
When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it.
When a child's learning how to walk and falls down 50 times, it never stops and thinks to itself, this isn't for me.
We all fail. It's okay. What is not okay is that when you fail, you stay down.
It only took one mistake to turn your whole life inside out. It only takes one good test to see what you were doing wrong.
Problems are always an indicator that you're making progress.
We either win or we learn. You never look at that as a failure or a loss. Look at it as an opportunity to learn.
There's nothing wrong with making mistakes. So what can I learn from this? Now you're leveraging this problem to grow.
Stress is God's way of training you. It's preparation. But what most people do is, see, once you get stressed, you don't want that no more. So now you give up, you through. Nobody likes stress because some people just let themselves go. But you got to, in order to develop and to change and to grow, stress is necessary. So you got to be willing to go get it every day, every morning. On the plains of the eastern Serengeti Desert, there arises a gazelle that realizes that he must run faster than the fastest lion, or he will be eaten and he will die that day. On that same desert arises in the morning a lion that realizes that he must run faster than the fastest gazelle, or he will starve and he will die that day. He says, son, the moral of the story is, no matter who you is, when you wake up in the morning, you needs to be running. And so what he taught me was a work ethic of how to work. In order to get to where you want to go, you got to put yourself under some stress, though. See, stress is necessary. God is a trainer. See, I'm a seed. I really am. But a seed has to be planted. A seed got to have dirt put on top of it. If you take a seed and throw it on the concrete and walk off, the sun just burn it up. But guess what? Logically, in my mind, it doesn't make sense that to grow something, you should dig a hole, put it down in there, and cover it with dirt. Logically, that don't make no sense to me. But though. See, dirt is necessary for growth and development. Dirt builds character. Dirt gives you the push-through factor. Dirt makes you come with it when you don't feel like coming with it no more. And you get dirt in a lot of different ways. All of y'all that had dirt thrown on you. And dirt ain't always what you want. It's somebody talking about you down on your job. It's somebody accusing you of something that you didn't do. It's somebody telling you you ain't gonna make it. It's somebody sharing information about you that ain't true. That everybody get dirt put on. But see, when you're getting put under that stress, please know God is always working. God is always working, so I smile. Because I know he back there. See, that dirt builds character in you. When they talking about you, it teaches you to withstand it. Then it gives you something to push through. So when you put the seed and you put the dirt on it, if you understand stress, stress really ain't just dirt. See, they don't call it dirt when they plant it. They call it soil. Because see, soil has nutrients in it. What the nutrients, when people talking about you, dogging you, lying on you, backbiting, stealing from you, talking about you, they're actually putting nutrients in you. If they put a camera under the ground, you'd have seen the seed sprout open and start coming through the dirt. Because the dirt is necessary so you can prove yourself. Everything you see above ground that blossoms and plants and grows and that's beautiful, it was underground one time. All them potatoes, collard greens, they was underground one time. Them apple trees, they was underground one time. So they had to prove themselves. See, you want to be successful, well then you got to prove yourself. You got to push through the dirt. You got to come up through here. You got to come out. Then you sprout, and then Bishop say, then you become a tree. Next thing you know, you got fruit. So when you under stress, take the stress for what it is. Don't get fooled. Don't just think, oh, man, Lord must not mean for it to be. What you tripping for? What you talking about? How you think you're going to be a plant, a tree, a flower, a bush, and ain't no stress? How you going to get to be that without no dirt?
Failure is a massive part of being able to be successful. You have to get comfortable with failure. You have to actually seek failure. Failure is where all of the lessons are. You know, when you go to the gym and you work out, you're actually seeking failure. You want to take your muscles to the point where you get to failure, because that's where the adaptation is. That's where growth is. Successful people fail a lot. They fail a whole lot more than they succeed. They extract the lessons from the failure, and they use that, the energy, and they use the wisdom to come around to the next phase.
All you got to do is start changing the way you think. It's as simple as, it's not a magic trick. You can protect yourself from negativity. And that's what stops most people, negative thoughts. You can coat your mind from negativity. It's a real simple exercise to do. I do it every morning before I walk out the door. So I walk out as a positive person. You know, I get tired sometimes. That's different from being negative, because I get mentally drained from my job at times. But to coat your mind from negativity, the way you can put a coating around your mind is with one simple thing: gratitude. Gratitude erases negativity.
Success. Gotta take a shot. You have to live at the edge of your capabilities. You gotta live where you're almost certain you're gonna fail. The reason for practice. Practice is controlled failure. You're getting to your limit, getting to your limit, getting to your limit. You can't lift that. You can't do that. Until you get to the point that all of a sudden your body makes the adjustment, and then you can do it. Failure actually helps you to recognize the areas where you need to evolve. So fail early, fail often, fail forward.
I'm going to show you how this works. If you wake up in the morning, you start having negative thoughts. Man, this ain't my day. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I'm tripping. I just don't feel myself. Every time you feel in the middle of the day, if you feel yourself doing that, stop. Just stop for a second and start going over in your mind everything you have to be grateful for. Not everything you want, everything you already have, because what you have is substantial. You just haven't gone over the list and taken inventory in a long time. But the fact that you can walk, that's a blessing. The fact that you woke up, that's another blessing. The fact that you can see, think, reason, that's another blessing. The fact that you can go somewhere and get yourself something to eat, that's another blessing. The fact that you can go and turn the key and call someplace home, that's another blessing. The ability to dream is a blessing. The fact that you have an opportunity to get it right is another blessing. The fact that you're beautiful, that's another blessing. The fact that you have any measure of health, that's another blessing. And I'm just talking to you, I don't even know you. I could give you 50 things you ought to be grateful for right now. I don't even know you. Start coating your mind with gratitude. It'll change everything for you. At one point in your life, you're going to have to jump. You just got to go. You cannot play it safe your whole life. Ships are safe when they're in port, right? But that ain't what ships is built for. You're built to be in rough water. You're built to go far away places. If your job is your port, now if it's the job of your dreams, that's one thing. But if you don't like your job, you just staying in port because it's safe, you're not built for that.
See, you want to really begin to stretch yourself. You want to become a risk taker. You want to raise the bar on yourself. Most people won't do that. See, most people engage in low life living, low risk living.
Some people never will have much. They're too cautious. This is called the timid approach to life. And my caution was always the risk. Risk used to drive me right up the wall. What if this happens? And on top of that, if this was to happen, look at the fix I'd be in. I better not try.
This God said, if you're not willing to risk, you cannot grow. And if you cannot grow, you cannot become your best. And if you cannot become your best, you can't be happy. And if you can't be happy, then what else is there? Don't allow fear of failure and the allure, the attractiveness of playing it safe in life to draw you in. You can't get out of life alive. You've got to die to leave here.
Then I'll tell you what changed my whole life when I finally discovered it's all risky. If you think trying is risky, wait till they hand you the bill for not trying. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. It's all risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive. The Englishman says, well, if that's the way it's going to work out, let's give it a go. Right, that's what it's for. Give it a go. Somebody says, yeah, but I'm looking for safety and security. Fine, then huddle in a corner. And we'll protect you, feed you. We won't let anything happen to you, and you'll probably live to be 100. The guy said, well, yeah, I'd live to be 100. But what a way to live. What a way to live safe and secure. Don't ask for security. Ask for adventure. And see, it's not important how long you live. What's important is how you live.
The challenge is we like details. We wouldn't have any problem taking that step of faith, starting that new business, moving to that new location, if we knew where the money was coming from, how long it was going to take. If we had all the details, it'd be easy to step out. Here's the key. God doesn't give us details. If you had all the facts, you wouldn't need any faith. If you'll have the boldness to step into the unknown, doors will open that you could have never opened. You'll have the funds, the resources that you need. It's like the headlights on your car. When you're driving at night, you can only see 100 feet in front of you. You don't pull over because you can't see your destination. As you go further, then you will see more. If you're waiting for all the details, you're going to be waiting your whole life. On purpose, God will put us in situations where we're over our head. And too often, we shrink back and think, I'm not going there. I'm not qualified. I'm too nervous. God knew you would be nervous. That's a test. Are you going to let the fear of what you can't see hold you back? Or are you going to be bold and step into the unknown? In the unknown is where you'll accomplish more than you ever dreamed.
You just need God on the boat with you. That's the thing. You have to take chances, man. If you play it safe, it's not a good life. Safe is not a good life. You got to get out there and get treacherous. And eventually God, He smooths the water out for you. But before you die, you should take a chance. God just did me a real solid. This is a lot of favor, man. He just let a dream come true. Now, faith without works is dead. You got to work. I do work extremely hard, but that don't mean I'm supposed to be this. All I really wanted, man, after I got started, I just wanted to be one of the premier stand-ups in the country. I had no idea what he was really going to do to me. I had no idea what he'd do for me.
The scripture says the steps of a good person are ordered by the Lord. If you'll take the first step, trusting that God knows what He's doing, then every step of the way, there will be provision, there will be wisdom. Each step, you not only have God's blessing, but you're growing, you're getting stronger. Familiarity can keep you from your destiny, what you're used to, the job you've been at for years. Don't let your comfort keep you from becoming all God created you to be. You cannot play it safe your whole life and reach the fullness of your destiny. What if I fail? What if I don't have the funds? You'll never know unless you try. What if I get in this new relationship, Joel, and I get hurt again? What if you get in it and you're happier than you've ever been? What if I take this position and I'm not good at it? I'm not successful. What if you take it and you excel? What God has in store for you is going to boggle your mind. The people you're going to influence, the dreams you're going to accomplish, it's going to be bigger than you've imagined. You know where it is? It's in the unknown. It's in what you don't feel qualified for. It may be uncomfortable, but don't shrink back. Keep believing, keep dreaming, step by step. God is leading you. You've been on that step long enough. Now the next step is coming. It's going to be a new level of influence, new level of creativity, a new level of your destiny. When you go out not knowing, God will make things happen that you could never make happen. Don't let the fear that you can't see all the details hold you back. God's leading you step by step. The journey is more important than the destination, because if you don't get prepared on the journey, you won't be able to handle where God is taking you. And God would rather you take a step of faith and miss it every once in a while than to play it safe your whole life and never make a mistake. But if you're so concerned you're going to miss it, you'll never get off a dead center. Don't shrink back. Don't let fear talk you out of it. Don't let the what ifs keep you in the boat. Be bold. Step in to the unknown. You're not sure how it's going to work out, but along the way, miracles will happen. God will open doors that no man can shut.
Become involved in life. Decide to live your fantasy. You can come up with excuses or you can come up with achievements. The choice is in your hands, satisfaction or despair. Decide not to make your life predictable. You don't get much juice and happiness out of life like that. Want to create a greater sense of fulfillment? Challenge your fears. Decide that you're going to take some chances. And we've all had experiences, things that we dread doing. And when we finally did it, we say, hey, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's what most people miss out of life. If you're not willing to risk, you can't grow in life. To live is to risk dying. To try is to risk failure. But risk must be taken, because the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. Only a person who risks is free. And when you no longer fear dying, what else can life threaten you with? So decide to take some risks. You want to break the routine. Going through life, playing it safe is like a breathing corpse. You've got to venture into the unknown. You've got to take some chances.
And here's the first piece that works miracles. Number one, do what you can. Don't let neglect stall you on your path toward prosperity and health. Don't neglect. What you can do. If you can take one step, take one step. Telling you, do not neglect to do whatever you can do, because it'll work miracles. If it's a foggy night and you can only see 100 feet, How can you see another 100 feet? Answer, walk the first 100 feet. Just do it as far as you can see it. And I promise you, if you'll execute as far as you can see it, you'll be able to see more. Do that, then you can see more. So that you can say, it doesn't matter how the wind blows. I'm prepared.